I'm going to show you how to then download the edited Lightroom folder from Imagen AI onto your computer. Basically, what this is going to do when you download this, it's going to replace the edits that you've already done. So I have already downloaded it. You can see exuberancy export here, but if I hadn't downloaded it, it would say download to review. You just click the download. It will associate with the Lightroom catalog on your computer all the edits, and then that will be done. So you're going to hit download. It'll show you across the top. It'll lead you through a few prompts, and then it'll say, do you want to open this in Lightroom? And you say yes. So I'll show you kind of what that looks like by going actually into this exuberancy folder, and you can see what that Lightroom looks like once it's all edited. So I'm just going to open it up, and oops. That just takes a second to open, and you'll see that everything in here has been edited. So if we, within the Lightroom catalog, you'll see across the top here is library, develop, map, book, slideshow, print. Mostly we're going to be working in library and develop. So if you click on one of these images, you can see this one. If you hit Y, you can see, I'm sorry, you have to go into develop, and hit Y, you can see before and after. So you can see that the AI has brightened up the face. It kind of looks dark over here. It's bright. The skin tones look great. So this is going to be the beginning of it. And I think this one looks really good. You can hit Y again. It'll bring you back to just this one. And then what I do after AI has done all of this, I am going to go in and there's these adaptive portrait presets, and they basically are like a light retouch. So if you click on enhance portrait, you can basically, it will make it appear as if she's been retouched. And it's pretty light. It's not a ton. It's just making her skin look better. But if you look at, here's before, and then here is, where's the after? I want to do it. It's just going a little bit slow because I'm videotaping it. But that was before and that was after. So it's doing a nice job. It might be too strong. And how you can do that is if you're on enhanced portrait, you can actually turn this up and turn it down. So you still have her freckles. You can see it's going, just smoothing it out more. I usually do keep it like around 100. If you do glamour portrait, it's even more. And I think glamour portrait is sometimes too much, but sometimes it looks really nice. So you can look at these and kind of use your eye. We don't want it to look over retouched, but we want it to look really nice. There's some other stuff you can do here. Enhance the eyes. If you click on enhance the eyes, and then you can use this slider to make it more. If you look here at the enhanced eyes, it's basically making her inside of her eyes lighter, making the whites whiter. Sometimes it starts to look weird. So don't go too far. And then if you, like, say, for example, here, let's start with the beginning. Let's start with this girl. She's been, you can go over here to fit her in your window. And you can see, again, Y is before and after. They've added some warmth, which I like. You can see the black a little bit. You can see the colors. This is just a little bit more washed out. I like that warm filter. And so then you can, from here, if you want, sometimes I like to zoom in because I want to look at their face before and after. If you hit enhance portrait, that's going to smooth her out a little bit. And I actually think that's fine. And if you think that looks good, then basically what I do is I go through all of these pictures of her. I'll click to the very end. Then I'll hold down the shift key. So they're all selected, all 56 images of her selected. You can go on here to sync, and I'll turn everything else off because I don't want to sync any of this other stuff because it's already been done by the computer. So if you sync it, you don't know if these were under different lighting conditions. We don't want it to change what's already been done. But all you need to do is sync the masking. That's going to do the teeth, the irises, the eyes, the facial skin, and that's what Enhanced Portrait does. And you just synchronize it, and it says merge. You're going to merge, and then those ones are going to be all done. Then you can go to the next person. If you feel like, sometimes I'll just select the entire 300 images, or this is 852 images in this one, but sometimes I'll select all of the images from the shoot and just do a skin softening on them because I think they're all like under similar lighting conditions, and I know women will like that. You do have to kind of learn and play with it. But these are so gentle that you're not going to hurt a picture. Plus, they're non-destructive, so if we wanted to go back to the original after you've already done them, it's no problem to go back to the original. The other thing that I would like you to do when looking through these headshot things is we try to shoot it perfect in camera, but sometimes they look a little bit funny. It looks like it's off-centered or doesn't look just right. Like maybe I just saw one. I just kind of like look through them all kind of slowly, but maybe we look at this one and we think, oh, she's, you have to hit fit to see the whole picture. Maybe there's too much background. I actually think it looks good, so I'm not going to change that. But I quickly just kind of look through them. The most of the time that I have to crop is actually when it's on a backdrop, because sometimes on a backdrop, it's hard to see the background. So then the next person, we finish the first person, and then I'm going to go to the next person here, look at her skin, which we looked at it a little earlier. I think we've already put it on there. She looks nice and soft. If you look at the Y before and after, you can see she's warmer. Her eyes look great. Her skin looks really good. So this one, I would do the same thing, copy and paste this skin softening action. And you're basically just going to go through it quickly if you can. Look through all of them, make sure everything looks good, but we will have already gone through and taken out the eye clothes and the ones that don't look great. And once they're all done, all you're going to do is you're going to pick the first one, and then you're going to go to the very end, or you don't even have to do it this way. And you can do shift and pick the last one, and then you're going to export. And you're going to here, so you're going to export. We're going to make a folder. But the first thing we're going to do before we make the folder is go down to image size and make sure the long size is 24. We want it to be big. No, we don't want a watermark turned on. You can do the metadata if you want, which is, we don't have to, forget about that. And then file name, I click it and I keep it as custom text as Blue Sky Studio. That way, if anybody ever years from now is looking at their pictures, they're like, what was the name of that studio that shot my pictures? And in the file says Blue Sky Studio. Then you're going to go up here to export to a specific folder. You're going to choose the folder. So what I do is I make everything in the same folder. So I would go into here and I would go to corporate and I would find the exuberancy folder. And then you're going to do exuberancy high res JPEGs. So it'd be like here, choose, and then you're going to export. Now I'm going to cancel that because they're already all in there, but that's how you would do that. That's going to take probably 15 minutes to export all those pictures into the folders. On the next video, I'll show you the next step.